Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about Twist of Fate, Pallavi apologized to Prachi and begged Prachi for forgiveness for all her crimes. But at the end of the day, Pallavi tells Aliyah and Rhea that her apology to Prachi was actually fake and she only did that so that she can get Prachi's baby after Prachi gave birth. So let's continue. Pallavi tells Rhea that she has bent down in front of Prachi and she apologized to Prachi because of Prachi's baby and she would continue to be good to Prachi until her baby is born, and once Prachi's baby is born, then she will take the baby from Prachi and she will throw Prachi out of the house. Pallavi tells Aliyah that she has to take care of Prachi and give her full attention, and she asks Aliyah to give full attention to Rhea till then. She goes. Rhea asks if Pallavi is saying the truth. Aliyah says, I cannot believe, not on this thing which we heard now, but on the thing that Pallavi could be so clever. Aliyah says to Rhea that when we get angry, we vent it out, but Pallavi grew her anger inside her and she made a big plan. Rhea says hidden and compressed anger for the big plan. Rambro is happy and he hugs Shahana. Rambro tells Shahana that today he is very happy. Shahana says you are looking happy. Rambro says I don't know whom to hug, so I hugged you. Shahana asks Rambro that why are you crying like girls? Rambro says I learned how to cry from your sister. Shahana says she can teach you other things too. Rambro asks Shahana to ask Prachi to take his test. Grandma comes there and asks what is happening. Rambro asks Grandma and tells her that he is very happy because Prachi kept all her stuff in the cupboard. Vikram says it is good. Grandma says what is important is that Pallavi has stopped Prachi from leaving the house. Rambro says I love my mom. He hugs her. Pallavi thinks that you are saying this because I stopped Prachi. Rambro thanks Pallavi for stopping Prachi from leaving the house and for accepting Prachi. Rambro says to Pallavi that you haven't stopped Prachi, but you have brought back all my happiness in the house. Rambro says today, I understood that the happiness is incomplete without a mother, and Rambro thanks Pallavi for giving him everything and for fulfilling his dream. Pallavi says to Rambro that I did whatever I did for myself and says all my relationship is completed by accepting Prachi. Rambro thanks Pallavi and he apologized to her for hurting her. Pallavi asks Rambro. Rhea asks Aliyah what is happening. Aliyah says only Pallavi knows what is happening. Pallavi says to Rambro that I don't want to cry and spoil my makeup. She tells Rambro that she is thinking to keep puja at home tomorrow for Prachi's baby and then party after that. Pallavi says she needs everyone's help. Grandma tells Pallavi that it is a good idea to organize puja for Prachi. Vikram says it is a great idea. Pallavi asks, will you help me? Grandma, Rambro and Vikram keep their hand on Pallavi's hand. Pallavi asks Shahana to keep her hand, else she would hold her ear and make her keep the hand. Pallavi thinks that she doesn't want to keep her family in the dark, but she is always on the side where she was before. Pallavi asks them to wake up early for the arrangement. Rambro says he will not sleep. Rambro comes to Prachi's room and keeps something there. He sees the sun rays falling on Prachi and he comes near her. Shahana comes there and looks at Rambro. Rambro gives Prachi flying kiss from far. Shahana thinks that everyone should get a loving husband like Rambro. Shahana comes inside the room and falls down. Prachi wakes up hearing Shahana. Shahana says sorry and she asks Rambro what is he doing here. Rambro says I wanted to give juice to Prachi and he asks her to drink the juice. Rambro says Shahana took out the juice and I brought it for you. Prachi takes the juice and she keeps it on the table. Shahana asks Prachi to drink the juice. Prachi says it is very sweet and says I don't like sugar in juice. Shahana says Rambro has brought it for you. Rambro goes away from there. Shahana says Rambro felt bad. Prachi says I am staying here because of mommy and not because of Rambro. Prachi tells Shahana that she heard that mommy has organized a prayer for me and I would have told her that I am not interested, but I thought that people would give their best wishes and bless my baby, and that is why I agreed. Prachi asks Shahana that do you know who is coming to the party? She says Aryan is coming. Shahana asks Aryan is coming and she gets excited. Rambro is standing outside and hearing them. Rambro thinks that he would win Prachi's trust and he thinks that Prachi should see him again with the same eye. Rhea sees Shahana in the party and asks her, Aliyah says, I caught Shaina here. Aliyah asks Shaina to stay with Rhea and says the day is heavy for Rhea. Shaina asks about the puja. Rhea asks Aliyah if she did not tell anything to her. Aliyah says she will tell her now. Shaina sees Rambro and she goes to greet him. Rambro says he is now a husband. Shaina hears Grandma talking to the priest about the puja for the mother and the baby. Shaina tells Rhea that the puja is for her. Rhea says that the puja is already done. Rambro tells Shaina that Grandma was talking about Prachi's baby. Shaina is surprised. Rambro asks Shaina to eat something and he is going to Prachi. Vikram asks Rambro to go fast. Shaina asks Rhea what is happening. Last week we were pregnant and now Prachi is pregnant today. Rhea takes Shaina away from there. Rambro comes to Prachi and tells Shaina that everything will be fine. Shaina nods yes and goes. Rambro forwards his hand towards Prachi. Pallavi comes there. Prachi is about to bend down to take her blessings. Pallavi asks Prachi and Rambro to take her blessings together. They take her blessing. Pallavi asks Rambro to make Prachi sit for the puja. Rambro forwards his hand and tells Prachi that he would always help her, though Prachi doesn't want. Pallavi comes to the kitchen. Grandma comes there. Pallavi asks, why did you come here? And she asks if the priest sent you here. She asks if Prachi is fine. Grandma says everything is fine. Pallavi asks, why did you come here? And says she wants everything to be just perfect. Grandma says to Pallavi that now everything is fine and says, I came here for you and I want to appreciate you for your doings. Grandma says, I thought that I got that Pallavi who came home after marriage, the newly wedded bride. Pallavi asks if Grandma is happy. Grandma says, I never thought in my dreams that you would accept Prachi and give her a right. She says she is very happy. Pallavi says it is not like that. Prachi will get what is hers and what she deserves. Pallavi takes the kalash and says we will talk later. Grandma begins to think about Pallavi's words. Pallavi comes out and gives the kalash to the priest. Grandma thinks that what is in Pallavi's mind. Rambro and Prachi are sitting for the puja. The priest does their tilak. Rhea takes Shaina to a side. Shaina asks what is happening and she asks if Rhea's fake pregnancy flopped. Rhea twisted Shaina's hand and she asks her not to call her pregnancy fake. Aliyah comes there and stops Rhea. Rhea says, don't tease me. Shaina says, I am really feeling bad. We were talking about your pregnancy and now Prachi's pregnancy. Shaina says that Prachi might really be pregnant. Rhea says to Aliyah and Shaina that good thing is happening for Prachi and I don't know what is happening in my life. Aliyah asks Rhea to keep her behavior good and asks her to see Prachi's behavior. Rhea says, I have nothing to do here. Aliyah asks Rhea to behave good and normal and not to do drama. The special prayer that Pallavi organized for Prachi has started. The priest asks Prachi and Rambro to keep the flowers in their hand and pray to God. Vikram tells Pallavi that he is really happy. Pallavi says everywhere it is a happy moment and says that nobody is fighting with each other and everybody is celebrating the happiness. Pallavi says to Vikram that it is said that long wait is the price for any celebration. Pallavi says that she went to give Kalash and she saw Rambro and Prachi good together and says I will unite their relationship. Pallavi promised them and says that everything will be fine between them and says that she will make them come close together and everything will be alright. Vikram says to Pallavi that I wanted to hear this from you and finally the day has come. The priest asks Prachi and Rambro to forward their hand. Rhea, Aliyah, Shaina and others comes there. Rambro forwards his hand. Prachi doesn't give her hand in Rambro's hand. Pallavi holds Prachi's hand and gives it in Rambro's hand. Everyone smiles, but Rhea is angry. Shaina says thank you God and she thanks Pallavi in her heart and she thinks that Pallavi is too sweet. Shaina sees the water leaking from the AC and she thinks to change the bucket. The priest asks Prachi and Rambro to pray to God. Prachi prays for her baby. Rambro prays that their life should be smooth again. Rambro recalls his past moments with Prachi and he tells the priest that he should do this puja daily because his wife is smiling looking at him. Prachi asks Rambro not to be happy much. Rambro says your smile was like a small pedal for a drowning man. It was like a lamp in the dark room and says your smile is everything for me. Rhea hears Rambo and she is about to go away from there, but Aliyah holds Rhea's hand and stops her. Shahana comes out and throws the bucket of water outside. It falls on Aryan. Aryan asks if Shahana did it intentionally. Shahana says no. Aryan wipes his face with Shahana's dupatta. Millie comes there. Aryan introduces Millie to Shahana. An old lady comes to the house. Grandma welcomes her and calls her as her friend. The old lady asks, how am I looking in these goggles? She takes selfie with Grandma and says that she will post it on social media and she will get the likes. Vikram and Pallavi comes there and greet her. Grandma calls everyone. She introduces Aliyah to her. Pallavi introduced Prachi as Rambu's wife. The lady asks about Rhea. Pallavi says Rhea is Prachi's sister. Rhea gets upset and she goes away from there. The old lady says Rhea did not meet me. She asks Prachi not to become like Rhea. Prachi and Rambu takes the old lady's blessings. The lady blesses Prachi to have many children and she praises their glow. Rambu says Prachi is always glowing. The lady takes off bad side from them. Aliyah and Shaina comes to the room. Shaina says where did Rhea disappear to? Aliyah finds Rhea in the cupboard and asks what happened to her. Rhea says she wants Pallavi's attention even if she gets irritated. Aliyah tells Rhea that Pallavi is doing this for the baby. Rhea says mom has done this intentionally and she calls me as a sister and she made me feel like an outsider. Rhea says Pallavi is doing drama in front of us and we believed her. Then nobody will be foolish than us. Rhea recalls overhearing Pallavi promising Vikram and Grandma to unite both Rambu and Prachi. Rhea says we should not trust mom. Whatever I heard was not a drama, but a promise which she made with Vikram and Grandma. Rhea says Pallavi really wants to unite Prachi and Rambu. The priest asks everyone to bless Prachi and give her a gift. The lady says I will do it first. Grandma says let Pallavi do it first. The old lady jokes that Vikram calls Pallavi as Palu because she has tied him with her Palu. Vikram says I will call her. The lady jokes. Vikram tells Rambu that everyone cannot love their wives like you. Rambu smiles looking at Prachi. Shahana asks Millie where did she meet Aryan. Millie asks how everyone bears her and calls her as Shahana. Aryan tells Shahana that he says this to her. Shahana asks Aryan to go from the other door and greet the family members. Aryan asks Shahana if she is worried for him or for herself because everyone will ask why he is doing this. Shahana goes from there angrily. Millie asks Aryan that is this the way to talk? Aryan says Shahana is just crazy. Aryan says I will change my clothes. He changes his clothes. Shahana comes out and says that she did not see Aryan. Aryan asks Shahana to see him. Shahana goes. Rhea tells Aliyah that she heard Pallavi promising Vikram and Grandma and says that it is not easy to trust her. Pallavi comes there and says I know that you heard me and then also I said all those things. Rhea says to Pallavi that you are scaring me and says I don't know when you are saying the truth and when you are lying. Rhea says my feelings and thoughts doesn't matter to you and says I am pregnant. Rhea says Prachi is made to meet everyone as the daughter-in-law and I don't even exist. Pallavi asks Rhea that why does she talk like children and when will she grow up? So Aryan is back to the show, but unfortunately the face has been changed because Sishan Khan, who is playing the role of Aryan before, has quitted the show and now a new face is playing the role of Aryan. And you know that Aryan is Purab and Aliyah's son. That is the son that Aliyah cunningly had for Purab. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, share it and subscribe to this channel for more updates. Thank you.